Andre, it was just crazy, man. Number one, that just shows you how glorious the fan is, that they actually had hope that I could beat him. I mean, my God, that guy's so big and so strong and such a monster, man. There was no way in hell I could beat him. But he was such a professional that he went out there and did the job the way it was supposed to be done, man. He went out there and worked hard. He gave the people hope. He gave me hope too that I wouldn't die, and we kept right on going, man. And it was damn sure a magical moment for me because honestly, nobody belonged in the ring with Andre the Giant.
Topeka, Kansas for Geigo. First time I ever wrestled him. Eye-opening. We locked up in the ring. I put a front face lock on him. I didn't help him a bit. He picked me right up over his head, walked me over, set me on the turnbuckle, and patted me on the cheek. And I sat there a minute. I said, holy cripe. Nobody has ever picked me up. I didn't help him.
Right.
The power of him was unbelievable, his strength. And I thought, wow. But Andre, gentleman, through and through. Always never a bad word for anybody. Never ever gave me a potato. Andre was great.
Good guy outside the ring.
Totally. You walk in the dressing room, it was always, hi, boss. He'd be sitting in the corner playing cards with Skolin.
Yep.
You knew right where Andre'd be, playing cards with Skolin in the corner.
We're coming back from Ribera Steakhouse in Tokyo. Now, this was before the second one was open. This was in Gotunda, the one Ribera's the dad had, right?
Right.
And we were coming back, and Paul Ellering said to us, we were walking back one night, we were off a couple of days, and he says, I think there's a bar here called the Pink Pussycat. A lot of the guys used to stop here and go to. Japanese had the most ridiculous names for a lot of places.
Right.
That didn't even make sense. Also, we hear this music playing, and we hear this ho, 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 laughing. We go in there, there's nobody in there except the owner of the bar, who we found out was Andre's girlfriend, and Andre's sitting in a little freaking chair that looked like a Barbie chair.
Right.
His not even one butt cheek fit on the chair, right? and it was Andre. That was our first time meeting Andre. And of course, here we come in with the bandanas, and he knew right away who we were, and well, of course, who doesn't know the Giant, right?
Right.
Second time was when Demolition was jumping him when we first went to WWF. We came down and saved Andre, and then he ended up being in our corner when we would wrestle Demolition for a couple matches. Then he was too sore with his knees and hips, and that's when he'd go. But I'll never forget, man. I was sitting on the bus. When you go over to the UK, you ride on a bus going over to town in London. And we were actually going from like Berlin to England somewhere. And I go to sit on the bus, and the only seat left on the bus, because I overslept, was frickin' next to Andre. So now I got like a half of my own butt cheek on the seat because it was a booth, right? And Andre's sitting there, and of course he's drinking a bottle of wine, which literally, it was a big bottle, and this is his hand on the bottle of wine, looked about that big.
Right.
Couldn't even see the label on the wine. His hands were so monstrous, right? And so I'm sitting there, and behind me comes Flair. Now, Flair sees me sitting there, and I'm 320. He comes in, and he starts cracking up. And I said, what are you laughing at, you idiot? Like that, because I've known Flair for a lot of years.
Right.
He goes, you look like a ventriloquist dummy on Andre's knee. That's how big Andre was.
Right.
Andre was freaking monstrous, and just his head and his hands. My hand was sitting next to his on the bar, and his looked like two of mine sitting there. And that was one of my other experiences with Andre, man. Then he made me go eat 2 Chinese dinners back to back because he wanted to go drink. That was another one.
Interesting. You.
I just get done eating, and he goes, you boss. He called everybody boss. Boss, come here. Yeah, boss. Because you got to call him boss back.
Right.
And he goes, you hungry? I said, bro, I just got done eating a sizzling steak. He goes, no, you eat more. I'm going, oh, no, but nobody tells Andre no. You don't want to get him on the bad side of it, so that's what I heard. So I was still relatively young. I said, okay, whatever you want to do, Andre, let's go. So I went back again, and he drank 2 bottles of wine. I had another sizzling steak dinner. And that was it. I said, now I'm stuffed. Now I want to go up and sleep for 2 days. I got so much red meat in me.
Right.
I can't breathe right now, you know? Yeah, and that was my third story with Andre, man. We got along good with Andre.
Did people walk on tippy toes around him?
Oh yeah. If
Yeah.
Andre didn't like you, man, he'd just slam you in the middle of the ring and sit on you and fart in your face.
Right.
He would do that to guys.
Really?
Oh yeah. What are you gonna do?
And
Got a 500-pound ass in your face. You can't move it.
In the documentary, they talk about if anybody who didn't belong in the locker room ever meandered back there, he would make sure they would leave.
Oh yeah, he'd scare him to death, kick him out.
Right.
Andre could move in his day.
Yeah.
I mean, he was fast for a big guy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you got to imagine what it's like to be 7'4".
The great story everybody likes to hear is when they made me go pick up, I was still in college, they made me go pick up Andre the Giant for a battle roll. And I had to look at him and go, look, dude, he's 7'4", 500 pounds. I have a Formula Trans Am. How am I going to put him in the car? He says, you got T-tops? I said, yeah. He says, take one off. I go, what? So the first time I ever met the Giant, I go pick him up at Amarillo Airport and have to take the T-top off my car, and he's riding by. Looked like the movie Gator with Burt Reynolds, that guy coming off. We're going down the highway. You know, and that night, both of them came back in my Formula. Mulligan and the Giant. I was stuck in the back.
Of your own car.
In my own car. And that's the night that we all got drunk, and Andre calls everybody boss. But Andre decided he wants me to drink 2 fingers tequila. Well, this Mexican kid, drink tequila. I said, okay, I brought out a shot glass, but he brought out a glass. And he's filling up the glass, making sure I drank the whole glass. About 3 glasses later, I was on my butt on the floor. And him and Mulligan are playing cribbage. In the old days, the guys were so simple. They go to the dressing room. They didn't talk about their match. They played cribbage. That was done in the dress. They played for points. The guy loses $10, $12, whatever. That's what they did. I never heard anybody, okay, here's the finish. That was it. And they go back to playing cribbage. Well, that was that night. Whatever happened in cribbage, Mulligan reached across my table and punched Andre in the face. Bam! And I'm laying on the ground and go, oh, no. And Big Giant, you know how big that man is. I don't know if you ever got a chance to meet him, but he just laughed. Oh, okay, boss, we fight now. Bow! And Mulligan shot off like you see in the movies where shotgun. Jeez. These guys went at it, tore up my apartment, tore it up.
Andre the Giant was an unbelievable guy. I actually met Andre even before I started my professional career. I was still in college up at West Texas State, which is now West Texas A&M, up in the panhandle of Texas. A lot of history there for pro wrestling. The Funk family, Dory Funk Sr., Dory Funk Jr., Terry Funk, who I've known most of my life and have had influence in my life. But I actually met Andre when I was still playing football and up in Amarillo, Texas, and went out with him one evening. And that started a relationship. And then when my career with the WWE took off, that connection, that rub with Andre is what really helped elevate my personality. The whole thing about buying the world title and Andre's going to beat Hogan and sell me the belt, and then we went all over the country and had tag matches with Hulk and a number of other people for almost a year. So I had a chance to travel exclusively with Andre, and just a super guy. Absolutely an unbelievable guy.
Are some of the legends true about some of the outside activities, like at the bar?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, Andre, he's 7'4", 450 pounds, and if he wrapped his hand around a beer can, it disappeared. And yes, he could put it away, and at that time, I could say that he probably put me to bed several times. Just remember one thing: everybody's got a price for the $1 Million Man.
Andre was he's all by himself in the league, all by himself. And I had wrestled him. I don't know if this was my first match ever that I wrestled, because I wrestled him about 8 or 9 times. But if this was the first one, this happened in the first match. He backs me into the rope and he chops me, gives me an open hand chop, but I don't feel it. So I was young, and if you sold something that you didn't feel, didn't look good, then they would fire you. Okay? I didn't sell it. I didn't sell it, brother. And then the next time, he backed me, pushed me in them ropes, And when he hit me, brother, it was like I'd been hit by a truck. And I walked around for 2 weeks with his hand print whelped up on my chest about that. And every time I would, if he walked by me in the dressing room, I would sit down, or I would lay down, or if I had room, I'd just take a flat back bump, because I did not want that big son of a gun hitting me again, because I thought he broke every rib in my chest. But Andre, after that, and I think I come up, I made a comeback on, I done something, I made a comeback on him, I backed him in the ropes, and I chopped him as hard as I could chop him. It was like that wasn't nothing to him, and he thought that was funny, and I tried to stand up to him. He could have just took, you would have been done,
And you're 6'4".
I'm 6'4", 375 pounds, in shape, not out of shape, in shape. And boy, he after that, me and him, another thing that helped me out against Andre was Andre loved Lenny Denton, and he knew that Lenny Denton was my good friend, so that helped me in that, because in the Louisiana territory that we was just talking about, when Andre was there, he knew that Len Denton was with me, because me and Linton split a trailer, split a room, and he knew that I knew where Len Denton was. Okay, if I wasn't with him, so he would come to my trailer and get Len Denton. One day, brother, he come at Len Denton. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning. Boom, 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 boom on my front door. I open the door now. There's a porch, and then there's a floor. There's a porch, and then there's a ground, step off in the ground, right? Just like you just come in out there. But Andre's on the ground. He ain't up on the porch, knocking on my front door. I went, what? I opened the door, and I'm looking eyeball to eyeball with Andre the Giant. I'm 6'4". And I said, Andre, what are you doing at 3 o'clock in the morning out here? And he said, have you seen Len Denton, boss? And I said, yeah, he's right in there. Boy, he come up them steps in that door. Brother, he grabbed the bottom of Len Denton's bed, and he put it straight up in the air, just like this, and he flipped it in the air. Len Denton hits the floor, and whop! You hear him flop that floor, and that bed, all the bed, the posts, the metals, everything, right down on top of Len Denton, and Len Denton's going, and he looked, oh, it's you, boss. He said, yeah, boss, now we go party. And there we was right back out in the club. The good thing about Louisiana, the bars don't close. That's why Andre liked it there so much, because Andre, he drank constantly. He never, ever quit drinking. He drank from the time he got up to the time he went to bed. So if he could figure out a way, he'd just done it in his sleep. Matter of fact, I don't think he slept a lot. I don't think he slept a lot at all. But yeah, me and Andre, after our first encounter in the ring, we become very beer drinking friends.
What's it like to drink with Andre the Giant?
Brother, we drink in a regular mug, which, a mug of beer is pretty good. He would take that mug and order pitchers, the pitchers of beer. He would take the first 2 or 3, he would take that mug and drop down inside the pitcher of beer, and he would drink from the pitcher. That's the way he drank beer. Now, when he was in WWE, WWF, he had on his contract, he had three bottles of 3-liter wine. They come in bamboo wrapping, and there would be 3 of them sitting in his dressing room, or where he was wanted to be, wherever he wanted to be he had certain guys that he liked, and he had certain guys that he didn't like. And you didn't want to be on that non-like list and have to get in the ring with him, because he would beat you to a pulp. Big John Studd. him and Bass trained together. I trained some, but I didn't do the steroids and the regiment workout. You know, every day I've got to be in the gym. If Andre don't like you, brother, that would you don't. He got in the ring one time with John Studd and realized I don't like this guy. The next time there was, I think, Madison Square Gardens. Andre just started beating the living, you know what, and John, you can see the expression. I just seen the match when I was at Starrcade. It was on Andre's biography or something. They're showing out in the Carolinas anyway. But you see the punch, you see the pound, and you see John's meat skin like rolling from being really hit, you know.
Yeah.
And finally, he just grabs the thing. He just grabs the and hits the skids and leaves.